What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of Crypto Crew University. This is where we keep crypto simple. Today, another exciting video. Golden Bitcoin chart that nobody is talking about. If you guys are new here, join the movement. Hit that subscribe button right now. And everybody, hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate you. It's great to see you back in Italy, but not for long. More information on that at the end of the video. First thing I want to say before we jump into anything is thank you so much. The overwhelming replies, comments, messages, emails, congratulations for my engagement. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we've got to start this off with some exciting news. 24 hours remaining on the big flash sale. Promo code Crypto Crew. Save an extra $50 on the top rated crypto classes in the entire industry. You're going to sign up to this combo class, the intermediate, advanced, pro, if you've been in crypto around 1 year. It'll be the first link in the description. I'll link it for you right here as well. And right now, using that promo code, you can save $150. You're going to sign up to this combo class if you've been in crypto just a few months. It'll be the second link in the description. It's for all 4 classes in the series, and I'll link it for you right here. Save $200 with this promo code. Guys, I don't want to see you miss out on this opportunity. Take full advantage. You do not want to regret missing out on this. Let's get into this powerful video. This video is going to make you say, wow. You're going to say wow 3 times. I'm going to show you 3 things that are just going to make you say, oh my God, this is really powerful information. And the words will probably be wow. So let's jump into it. This is a weekly chart. What we're going to do today is take a step back. A lot of times, everyone in crypto is so focused on what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen the next day. And a lot of times, this gets people in big trouble. There's a lot of money to be made when you take a step back, you look at that bigger picture, and things become clear. For example, a lot of questions right now are Steve, when is this bear market going to end? What is the lowest price that we could potentially go to? Are we in the midst of a breakout right now? If so, how high can we go? These questions are questions that you have every day. This chart I'm going to show you right now is going to put an end to almost all of those questions. So let's get started. What we're going to do today is draw 3 different trend lines. Let me show you the first trend line. So first of all, we mentioned this is a weekly chart. All right. This is from the exchange that provides us the most information dating back all the way to 2012. Okay. So we're looking at this big picture on a weekly chart. We're going to start with our first trend line back here. What you want to do at home when you're looking for trend lines is the bigger time frames, the more powerful the trend line. And again, you want to have 3 connecting bars. All right. So what we want to do is look for a trend, and then we're going to analyze how strong it is. Okay, we're going to click on this trend line right here in the top left of Coinigy. And you can see that back here, after this major move, we started this trend. We're going to analyze how strong this trend could be. A lot of times trends are found after major moves or right before major moves. And I'm going to show you both scenarios. We're going to start with this one, after this major move. So this move that we saw here was about 2,500%. Very fast, 2,500%. And we had our big consolidation period. But we see during our consolidation period, this trend forming, okay? If we zoom in here, this was over 175-day trend right here. You can see this trend forming. We're going to expand it out and see if it holds any value big picture. If it does, then it's a very powerful trend. So we're going to expand this out, and wow, take a look at what is happening. Take a look at what is happening. We had this period back here where we were forming our trend. Our trend line extended into this period where we saw big consolidation right along our trend line. When we broke our trend line, this was an enormous dump. 2 months of a dump. Very extreme. We'll get more into detail in a minute, but what I'm about to show you will blow your mind. So you can see that this trend line is holding weight for years. This is about a 2-year period. When we broke our trend line, finally, it was holding support for about 2 years. When we broke it, massive dump. This is our capitulation candle. Remember a couple videos ago, this was our capitulation candle back in January of 2015. All right, and then we had our textbook consolidation. Our major move came when we broke this trend line. But if we extend this out, something fascinating happens. So we're literally just extending this out through major time periods of crypto, years, okay? We're going to go ahead and kind of zoom out at the same time we're moving up. And I am telling you guys, I hope you're sitting down. So if we extend this out right along our trend, what we get to is absolutely fascinating. Look where it brought us. Look at where it brought us, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I told you, right now you're saying, wow. Let me just zoom this out and just take a look. This held as extreme support. Let's measure it. How long did this hold for extreme support? For 602 days. 602 days held extreme support. Remember, previous support is future resistance, guys. It's that simple. When I tell you guys, if you want to know what's going to happen in the future, look left. We know that for about 2 years we held support. We broke support. What happens when we break support? It turns into resistance, and boy, did it ever. It held us right down at 20,000. That's not a coincidence, guys. This is simple chart analysis. What I'm known for is taking really complex things and making it simple. That's why my students are so successful. If you break it down, if you come here to the indicators, there's hundreds of indicators that you can use. All of them. All of the indicators for crypto, stocks, bonds, ETFs, it doesn't matter. They all are based on support and resistance. All of them. It's very simple, guys. This is fascinating. So let's just zoom out and see. We started forming this trend again. When we got to this point, back in September of 2014, we held support right on this trend and we started moving sideways. We started having our consolidation period. In this consolidation period, we followed this trend for 70 days. Right on this trend line for 70 days, we broke through it, and that's when we saw our huge, most drastic downfall, 2-month period with our huge capitulation candle. All right, that's trend line number 1. I want to show you 2 others that are also going to make you say, wow. And it's going to start to put the pieces together as to what is really happening in crypto, where are we really going, and when are we going to go there. So let's get to number 2. Again, when you're looking for trends, you want to take a step back. Again, we're on the weekly chart. Take a step back and look for moves either before or after major moves. So we're going to take a look way back here, way back in 2012 when we were forming this consolidation period. By the way, before we get to trend line number 2, let me show you something really interesting. We held for 602 days, remember? It was actually longer than that. Let me show you this chart right here. So this chart in Coinigy is not all of the data, right? It's from 2012. We all know Bitcoin didn't start in 2012. Here's a better chart. This one goes back to 2010. You can see that we started forming that trend line on March 28th of 2011. This trend line, I know we can't draw on this, but if you go to this website, you can see from 2011, this started our trend all the way through this time period. We held for years on this trend line and then held resistance for years, including our top of 20,000. Okay? So let's get to trend line number 2. We're going to come back down here where we were before our major move, 2,500% move. We're going to simply take our trend line from here and draw it through what we see forming here and see what we can find in the future. Is this a powerful trend or is it nothing? So we're going to go ahead and extend this out, and we're going to see what we can find in the charts. Wow, you can already see what is starting to form. We had this back in 2012, and we held support right at the end of our bear market. This is the candle for the end of our previous bear market. Remember, capitulation candle here, end of bear market on that candle, and we held firm right on this trend line. And it didn't stop there. We held firm on this trend line even still. Look at what's forming here, guys. And we held firm on this trend line still. We held firm on this trend line still. Look at this, years on that trend line. And as we zoom out, we're going to go ahead and draw this trend line a little more firmly. Just let me zoom in here for a second. And we are going to talk about what does this mean for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Look at how powerful that is. Oh my gosh. How long did we hold? Look at this candle right here. This is the candle of the end of the bear market, the absolute end of our textbook consolidation. And we started holding this trend line from that candle. How long were we on this trend line? 595 days. But it started back here when we started forming this trend line. Look at how fascinating this is. So we're going to talk about what this means here in a minute, particularly what is coming in the future. And we're going to draw our third trend line, the last trend line that's just going to blow your mind and start to connect the dots. Before we do that, I need to share something important with you guys, something that you must know to change your life in crypto. Top-rated crypto classes in the whole industry. Perfect 5-star rating from 222 students. I'm going to summarize a quick review from you from Kay. Kay was a student like you guys who made a lot of bad decisions in crypto, was losing money, making bad trades, came into my classes, used the strategy I teach in my classes, made the first trade. The first trade made $4,000. Kay calls it, quote, "It was the best decision I have made this year," the decision to sign up to the classes. So Kay, keep up the great work, keep focusing on your strategy, keep removing emotion, and keep making those winning trades. Guys, don't wait another minute. There's only 24 hours remaining in this flash sale. Promo code CryptoCrew, save an extra $50. You're going to sign up to this combo class, the Intermediate, Advanced, Pro. If you've been in crypto around 1 year, it'll be the first link in the description. I'll link it for you right here as well. Save $150 with that promo code right now. You're going to sign up to this combo class, all 4, if you've been in crypto just a few months. It'll be the second link in the description. I'll link it for you right here as well. Save $200 right now. Only 24 hours remaining. I would hate to see you guys miss out on this opportunity. Now, let's get back into this trend line. What does this mean in particular? What does it mean for this move that we're in right now? We're going to draw our third trend line and then connect the dots as to what is happening. But you can see that this second trend line that we formed here is our bottom. How do you know it's our bottom? Well, we held the trend line back in 2012. with this move before we started this massive move. This marked our bottom. We held this bottom for 595 days. Again, we never broke this trend line in the history of Bitcoin. We haven't broken this trend line in the history of Bitcoin. So what does that mean? It's highly unlikely we break it in the future. It's highly unlikely we break it in the future. We'll talk about what dates that is in a minute, but let's draw our third trend line, all right? So what you want to know is, where is a significant move? Remember, trends often happen at the end of a major move or right before it. The end of this major move was simple. It was this capitulation candle. It was very significant. And then we started a textbook consolidation period. We ended exactly on our bottom trend line, exactly to the T. And remember, these candles here, remember a few videos ago, how do you know it's the end of the bear market? We saw those green candles come in, volume picked up, those green volume candles. That's right here, folks. And a handful of videos before that, we talked about a golden cross, marking one of the best financial opportunities of your lifetime. That was right here as well. All of that preceded this candle touching our bottom. It's that simple, guys. Support and resistance. So we're going to measure a trend line from our capitulation candle and see if it holds weight for the future. We're going to come here and draw our trend line from our capitulation candle and hold true. Look at what is forming here, guys. Absolutely fascinating. You can see support and resistance already. This marks our middle channel that we've been forming for years. Extreme support and resistance all the way through. We're going to go ahead and zoom out so we can perfectly draw this where it's supposed to be, and there it is. Wow. Wow, look at what is in front of us. So this is clearly three different divisions. We have our top division here when crypto is in extreme moves up, where we saw this type of move. It's a drastic move, all right? That's our first quadrant per se. Our middle one is right here, all right? We are in this channel when we saw Bitcoin reach 20K. So we know that that 20K was a power move. Was it the most powerful? No. The most powerful is when we're on top of this trend line. And our base, our bottom trend line here, which we've never broken in the history of crypto. All right, so you can see that this middle one here with our capitulation candle started holding resistance. It held resistance again. It held resistance a third time. This is about a year and a half worth of data holding resistance. We came up and we battled it back here. Watch this. This is textbook, guys. This is a power move. We had an extreme move down and then a power move up. We finally broke this trend line back here, and this is textbook. We broke it and then came back and held support. Okay, previous resistance is future support. This marks right on September 11th, oddly enough, marked our absolute support on our new trend line that was previous resistance. This was then a power move. So let me explain it simply. If you've been holding resistance for an extended period of time, for multiple times getting rejected, when you finally break through, almost all charts in the history of mankind will do the same move. They will break through, they will come back, they will confirm it as support, and then have a power move. An absolute power move followed, and we ended up stopping right where we were supposed to. Right where our long-term trend line told us that we were going to stop. We held support on this trend line. What was the number? 602 days? It's not coincidence, guys. So this is absolutely fascinating. But what does it tell us with this downside move? This downside move has a few options to it. Number one, it will be highly unlikely we break this trend line, in my opinion. We haven't broken it for the history. I don't expect it to happen with this move. So what does that tell us? If we had extreme consolidation, straight line consolidation, let's see where the date will take us. I'll just go ahead and extend this out a little bit. If we had straight line consolidation, we're in February of next year. All right, touching this line. Now, can we have a breakout without touching this line? It's highly unlikely, which means that this move, whether we go up from here or down from here, it's irrelevant. We're eventually going to touch this trend line. Whether it's down here or up here, we're going to touch this trend line before we start our bull run. Before our bull run becomes official, we're going to touch this trend line. How do we know that? We just have to look left, guys. If we look left, look at what's happened. All right? We had our last bear market. We had to touch this line before we started our move up. And it wasn't a powerful move in the beginning. We were way down at the bottom. And we held and we couldn't fight this middle line here. Until we broke this middle line, then we had our extreme move up. It's more than likely we're going to touch this line before our bull run. So let's go over prices and times. It could be a variety of things. If we had straight line consolidation, it could be February. If we went straight down from here, we're talking about maybe the end of October at the earliest, and at a price of around 4,800. So can we break 5,000? Yeah. Could we break 4,000? It's unlikely. It's unlikely we break 4,000 unless we break our long-term trend line that's been our trend line for the history of crypto. So there's a lot of scenarios as to where we could break, where we're going to touch this line. Are we going to go up from here or down from here? But there are two more trend lines to this. There are two more, and they're potentially the most powerful trend lines of this whole chart. I showed you three where you said, wow. There are two others that are more powerful and that really explain when we'll have this power move, what do the dates look like, and what do the prices look like. But I'm going to do that video just for my students. My students are my top priority to make sure that they are learning far more than anybody else. I try to give back to my community as much as I possibly can, but my students are it. So I'm going to do this bonus video to my students. You're going to get this video in the next couple days. Also, to all my students, you have free access to Coinigy. Come look at this chart, golden chart it's called. You can pull up this saved version and analyze it for your purposes. We're going to do two more trend lines. I'll send that out to my students. If you want to become a student, it's pretty easy. Right now is also the perfect time to get involved with the top rated crypto classes in the entire industry. 24-hour sale. Don't let this pass you by. Promo code CryptoCrew. Save an extra $50. You're going to sign up to this combo class, intermediate, advanced, pro, if you've been in crypto around 1 year. It'll be the first link in the description. I'll link it for you right here. Save $150 right now with that combo class. You're going to sign up to this combo class if you've been in crypto just a few months. It'll be all 4 classes. It'll be the second link in the description. I'll link it for you right here as well. Save $200 right now with that promo code. 24 hours remaining. Do not let this pass you by. I look forward to welcoming you in, and I look forward to sending this bonus video out to all of my students. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Give a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now, and I look forward to welcoming you guys in to the classes to help change your life in crypto. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart from everybody who sent their well wishes and congratulations. That really just brought a smile to my face. And I told you guys I would give you guys an update. I'm back in Italy. It took 48 hours to get back here to Europe from Asia, but we're only here for a few days. Myself, my fiance and my dog. We are relocating, as I mentioned in a few videos ago, to a different continent. We're moving to South America. My fiance and I, we've lived on a bunch of different beaches, but not for an extended period of time. So we're literally, we just signed a year lease right on the beach. Really, it's going to be beautiful. I'm so excited. We're going to be able to see whales from our dining room table, and they say I should be able to see whales from my new office too. So pretty excited about that. So my next video will be the day before I leave on October 9th. I'll get that out to you guys, for everybody on YouTube, and then we'll do the following video from our new country. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you for all your support. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Peace and love to the crypto crew.